Well, guys, welcome to an update. This should be, I think, number 14, because I think I have two number 12s or 11s or something like that. So I'm going to look and fix that in the title. But this should be CJCRR update number 13. And as you can see behind me, I've got the plaster work and stuff done. Pulled up my tarps that I covered my track with to protect it. So I'm really close to scenery, which I love to do. So I can't wait to get to scenery. At least have a little bit along the back here. So I'm working my way the back towards the front. So in this update, I'm going to take you through what I decided to do. Probably going to be one little change that I kind of noticed as I was filming right before I started filming this intro, that I'm going to kind of do to make that blend in a little bit better. Maybe I think I need to kind of taper down my one side of the wall back here, so to make it look better like a canyon or something in there. But other than that, I'm very happy with how it turned out. It's drying. Pretty soon I'll be able to paint it, and I'll have some scenery, which is great. A couple things. I got some guys who I didn't have in the contest update. Tom, there's a couple other BNSF 1982 you got in. So I let you guys know if I missed you, I'm sorry, but you guys are in. So remember that drawing on the 16th, Sunday the 16th at 7 Central Time. Also, I didn't show it in this update, but in a future update I will. I do have my industrial yard in and done. So stay tuned, enjoy the update. Alrighty guys, here's what I'm kind of starting to work on, the background scenery here. I'm really wanting to get this done so I can kind of work my way forward to the front of the layout, or just get this done so I don't have to reach back there. Since the track is in and it's wired and glued down, all I'd have to do is figure out the background, plaster cloth, and paint, and put some scenery in, and be done with that little backdrop back here. And do some painting, of course, on the background. You can kind of see what I'm attempting to do with the mountains. Not really liking it. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is take these off, cut these down into strips, put a little more thinner strips, make it look like a rock cut, like out of limestone rock cut, like you would see Midwest, kind of, because I'm still modeling faux Midwestern type scenery. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. You can kind of see back here I've attempted to cut that foam, that middle layer, to kind of look like a limestone cut. So I think that's what I'm going to go for the rest of the way, and just kind of pile it up and maybe plaster cloth it or put some hydrocal on it, and then just kind of mark it up like you normally would and paint it. So that's what I'm doing up to the river scene there. I need to Dremel out the river, the little river into here, and the river into the big area right here. I believe I'm going to stick with the tunnel. I was thinking about doing away with it, but I am going to stick with it and just have a small little mountain and a tunnel back here to hide that little gap I'm going to have back there in the backdrop. Make the back movable so I can get in there to deal with derailments or anything that happens around the curve. So right now I have to test out my trailer train car, see how it does around the curves, make sure this is all cut out good for it over here in this corner, and how it handles the grades and everything. And then I'll begin to work on the scenery, so stay tuned for it. Alright guys, I'm actually up here taping off this to make sure I don't get plaster cloth up here on this Unitrack road bed. Also to protect it from when I paint. And also I do plan to ballast the side of this, which I'll show you when this background scene is finished. So I'm just going along, making sure it's nice and up against here. Make sure it's not, it can get under here a little bit, that's fine. But what I want to do is just make sure that the edges of this are nice and covered. This is laid down nicely. So then what I do is take my knife, cut along the edge of the road bed. And I gotta be careful here because there's big empty spots here. So you just want to make sure you stay on the edge of that road bed. And this should, if I did it right, and it really didn't. So I'll do it again. hold of it, and that didn't quite work there, but it has been working. So there we go. I gotta put my finger down on this because of the emptiness out here in between sections. So that should work. Should work good. Still gotta go back over, but there we go. And just like that, that comes off, and should be protect this from paint and plaster cloth, so I'll be able to nicely weather it and ballast it. So stay tuned. Hope to have some more plaster work done here and in place. All right, guys, got my tape in. Got it to protect the track. So I'm just going to leave it until I'm literally done painting and doing everything. So no operations for a while. But I can have operations down in my yard, which is fine. I can do switching and come around here on the main line. Perfect, fine with me. I just won't be running a full mainline train for a little bit. Got this in along here. It's plastered in the back. This is going to set right back in there. What I'm kind of going to try to do is paint this a little bit, landscape it, put some rocks in here, paint those, and then this wall here will be a rock cut, and it'll sit on this ledge up to here. There'll be a little opening there. I'm going to put some trees and stuff, maybe a little mound or something, and it's going to go right on down here to the end here. I will stop here because I need to plan my river scene here, and I need to decide how I'm going to cut the edge here, plus build the bridge embankment. So I'm going to also have to cut that off and decide to tunnel on that. So this will probably stop right about here and be painted. This wall will be in here because that's not going to change. It's going to come up there, and it's already cut for that. There's this corner here I have to decide what I'm going to do with. So right now that's where I am at. So stay tuned, and I'm hoping to have some of this painted while I let it dry. Also make some plaster rocks in here and some of these, and along here and some of that spaces to make like a wall, kind of look like they cut out for the railroad. So stay tuned. Okay guys, still working away on the plastering here. You can see I'm just kind of touching up this plaster cloth after it's nice and dry and hardened up after about a day of drying, because I put 2 layers on. So what I'm doing is just taking some spackling plaster, and I'm just kind of covering in these holes and going along this ridge here because I want to make it look eventually like rock, like a rock cut, which right now it's white and you can't really see the detail in it, but once this is painted, it will look very good. So I'm going to go on and continue working on this, and when I'm done, I'll show you what it's like while it's drying. I still have this long piece back here to do, so once I do that and put it on here, I'll get a little bit close up ending this update, and hopefully I get this posted tonight because it's going to be a long video. So I will catch you once I have it all done. Alright guys, I've got this in where I kind of want it. This area right here, I'm still not sure how I'm going to kind of blend that back in. I think it'll just be a rock cut with a little opening there and a couple trees. I'm probably not going to really notice it because on the top of this there's going to be trees. So right now this has got to dry because that DAP's going to take a good 2 days to really get hard enough for paint. Probably be a week at least before I get back to it anyway, so it'll be plenty set. This I got to glue back into place. Let's look here. Take this off here. You can see the wall here. Excuse me, right here there is a valley in there, which is perfect. That's kind of what I want, but I need to plaster cloth in here, close this hole in here, and get this to match up along the bottom a little bit, and then that's fine. I'll probably paint that before I put it in, and then come back and touch up, which probably that mountain part I'll probably do the same, because I think in this area here I'll just probably put some brush and stuff. So, and then of course the bottom here, whoops, bottom here is going to be all be painted rock, and it's all ready to be painted rock. So I just have to also let that dry for a good couple days too, but like I said, it's probably gonna be a week. Got a big glob back there in the corner, if you can see it. kind of there on the bottom. I'm just going to sand that down a little bit. It kind of looks like a big rock sticking out, so that's fine. I'll just sand that little peak or whatever it is, or cut it off, and I think that'll be good when I paint it. So guys, that's it. I got that done. That took a couple days and some hours on the side to do this, but very happy. It's going to be some scenery here pretty soon. So also, when I put that in, I'm going to go back and probably make a video back in here of how I paint along the backdrop to blend in the trees and stuff. I've been looking at nature and how trees look in certain trees and different trees, the lighting and the colors, and I'm going to apply that to how I'm going to paint this background again, unlike my last one, which looked blended in good, but I want it to blend better, and I've got a little bit better techniques to use, so I'll share those with you as well in a video as I'm doing it. So that's it, guys. This is a big update. It's going to be a mega update. It took me several days to do this update. So enjoy, comment, like, share, and I will see you guys later.